Hi everyone, how you going? It's Ange here. Merry Christmas from me and Riley. This is my schnauzer. So today I wanted to talk about overcoming fear. Okay, so although I'm a bit distracted with this beautiful girl right now, she wanted to join me for my video, so let's see how long she sits up there with me for. So hey, hope you're having a really great day wherever you are. Whew, dog breath. So, overcoming fear and doubt. Do you ever feel that you're not good enough? Do you ever feel, I'm just never going to figure it out. I just don't quite know where to go. I'm not good enough. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. Do you ever have this like inner critic going, yep, you're just never going to make it. You've got the devil on one shoulder, the angel on the other, and sometimes the inner critic is just really winning. Hey guys, so I want to address that because, sharing from my own experience, I'm not immune to having my own inner critic. I've learned how to discipline my doubts, and I guess that, there's a couple of things that I want to share with you. My wee dog's just yawning her wee head off there. So disciplining your doubts and really not letting them get away on you. I have well-meaning or maybe not so well-meaning people make fun of me. They make fun of my videos. They disagree with the path that I'm going on. I have lots of colleagues in my current company wondering what I'm up to, and I have to not let that doubt and fear just kind of swamp me. Give me a high five there. And it's not nice when people question what you're up to or they don't support your journey. So if you're in that boat and you've ever come across maybe a spouse, or you've got a sibling that doesn't support you, friends that laugh at what you're doing there, I want to say, hey, I totally get that, and I understand the struggles of what that's like, it's not a nice feeling, it's not a nice feeling when people just don't agree with what you're up to. But, another good friend of mine said, hey, run your race. Focus on your finish line. And so today I'm just going to give you some quick tips on how to overcome fear and doubt, all right? So the number one antidote to fear, all right, jot this down. Number one antidote to fear is gratitude. So if you don't currently keep a gratitude journal, or if you've never written one before, I encourage you to start. So when we start to think about all the things that we don't have right now, I'm not successful, I don't have a thriving business, I'm not making lots of money, this lack mentality. Well, the antidote to, complaining or worrying about where we are right now with what we don't have is to switch that around and turn that on its head and have gratitude for what you do have right now, where you are exactly right now. So, I have, a warm house to live in. I have a dog that loves me. I have an amazing husband. I've got 3 healthy kids. I live, in a country which gives women the right to vote. I, have clean running water. It doesn't have to be anything crazy and off the charts. Just start with 5 daily things that you're grateful for. Be grateful for where you are right now. So the next tip number 2, is proximity is power. So when you have a group of friends that perhaps you're outgrowing, they've become a little bit toxic, cynical, doubtful, unsupportive, proximity is power. So you become like the 5 closest connections that you hang around with and that you follow. So you don't necessarily have to be with them physically. So, like I get mentoring from the likes of Jim Rohn by listening to his CDs, Darren Hardy, Eric Worre. You can listen to these people and surround your head with stuff that's going to really give you that mental toughness. So proximity is power. Get around people that are doing the work that you admire, going through the struggles and figuring out ways of how to overcome those and putting the polish on things. So being mentored by the best and taking up those courses and showing up where they're showing up, getting around them. So proximity is power. And in saying that, at this time of the year, You may need to go through a little bit of a detox or a little bit of a cull of some of your less than healthy connections. So Facebook connections, email connections, social media connections, and stay out of that gossip lane. You know, people that say, hey, have you heard about so-and-so? Or what's the hot goss on such and such? I've heard this. Stay out of that whole kind of negative Nelly, gossiping kind of, you know, it draws you in, and nothing good can come of that. So don't engage in it and don't perpetuate it. You know, deal in facts, deal with people. The rest, you know, hey, not my circus, not my monkeys is something that somebody else once said. So, hey, just quickly, if you're seeing me for the very first time, big shout out. My name's Ange. I live here in Christchurch. Let me know wherever you are. I'd love to know what you're up to and where you are coming in from today. So we've done 2 tips. Tip number 3 is to be generous. All right, be generous with your time. Be generous with your attitude. Be generous with just be generous. So you might be going through the drive-through one day and say, hey, look, I want to hand over an extra $5 and pay for the next coffee coming in behind me. Or pay for someone's petrol, or go and mow someone's lawn, or go and offer to babysit for someone who's, you know, a bit stressed and tired. Go and bake someone a cake. Go and say thank you to people. So, hey Peggy, great to have you on the call there. So I'm talking about how to overcome doubt and fear. So being generous. In line with that, my next tip is to do love. People say love, but love is an action. Love is showing people how you really care about them. So writing someone a letter, calling a parent that you haven't spoken to for a wee while and say, hey, I appreciate you. You know, I remember that time as a kid when, you know, we went on holiday, or when you taught me how to fish, or when you taught me how to ride a bike. You know, how are you going? Really kind of, you know, do love. Do something really nice for your kids. Go and take them out on an individual date where you get to spend quality time with them. You know, give your husband or give your spouse a massage, or just do something for them. All right. And my final tip is that if it's not going to matter in 5 years, then don't give it 5 minutes of your time. All right. We spend so much time dwelling in that space and replaying the what ifs, you know. And I always say, if you're going to use your imagination, then use it for good. Your imagination is extremely powerful. And yet sometimes we have it on this replay of the negative. What if that doesn't work? What are they saying about me? What if I go broke? What if I lose my job? What if I don't find a job? What if I get the promotion? And it's all this kind of negative stuff that doesn't serve you. So really switch that around. If you're going to use your imagination, use it for good. You know, and imagine and see yourself succeeding, and see yourself being confident, giving that presentation and having a thriving business there. So if it's not going to matter in 5 years' time, don't give it 5 minutes of your worry, or even longer. You know, 5 hours, 5 days, we lament and we replay things, and we, you know, that bad conversation, that argument. So just dismiss that. It is harder than it seems, which is why I say we've got to discipline our doubts and discipline our fears. Recognize when they show up. We have thousands and thousands of thoughts showing up and vying for our attention. So it is really important that you sift and sort and don't pay those negative thoughts or those doubts and fears too much attention, because what you focus on expands, and the more you dwell in the space, the more it takes up and diminishes, you know, the opportunity for good thoughts and good feelings to flourish. Neat. So, you know, like I said, guys, I am not without my doubts myself. I'm not without my haters, and I'm not without people who disagree with what I'm doing. People who don't like me, people who don't understand my journey, people who are worried about what I'm up to. And I would say to those people, look, I am who I am. I'm authentic. I'm real. I'm passionate. I'm a game changer. I love to make a difference in the lives of others. You know, it was great that we were friends. If our connection is no longer, then that is a shame, you know. But hey, sometimes you have a 5-minute friend. Sometimes you have a 5-year friend. Sometimes you have a lifetime friend. And I know exactly who I am and where I'm going. Right, so that's all I have to share. If you connected or resonated with any of those things that I said today, hey, drop me a private message or let me know, reshare this, and thank you so much for showing up and spending this time with me today. I've really enjoyed it. I love that I get to be a part of your day, and you are so much a part of mine. If you're seeing me for the very first time, or even for a couple of times but you haven't left a comment, please let me know. Send me some hearts, put a little emoticon down below, and I would love to give you a shout out later on. In the meantime, have a fantastic Tuesday. Mwah. From me to you, from Christchurch to wherever you are, from my family, yours. Stay safe, be safe, have an attitude of gratitude, and go out and smash it.